Welcome to Lesson 12, Who Does the Housework? Well, that's a very important question. And I guess usually the answer to that question is a housewife. Is that right, Lovely?
Not always, David. Housework, 家事 Housework. Housewife, 家庭主妇 Housewife.
In today's program, as well as that question, who does the housework, we are also going to be looking at the question, how often? Another important question. Anyway, that's later in our program. Now, let's see the first conversation today.
I am so tired. My house is so big. I have so much housework to do every day. I have to dust the furniture. And I have to sweep the floor. And tomorrow, I'll have to mop the floor. And look at the time. Now I have to go cook dinner.
Now, let's take a closer look at some of the new words. Furniture, 家具 Furniture. Floor. Floor 有两个意思，一个是楼，在这一课里头呢是地板 Floor. Dust 弹灰尘 Dust. Sweep 扫 Sweep. Mop 拖 Mop. 平常我们会说 sweep the floor 或者是 mop the floor. Do you know the difference between sweep and mop? It's easy. Mop the floor, you need to have some water. Okay, on to the next conversation.
I hate washing dishes.
It's better than washing clothes.
Well, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to take out the garbage.
Oh, don't forget to clean the bathroom.
Housework.
Now, let's take a closer look at some of the new words. Wash dishes. 洗碗 Wash dishes. Wash clothes. 洗衣服 Wash clothes. Take out. 倒 Take out. Garbage. 垃圾 Garbage. Okay, what housework do you like to do?
And now it's your turn. Your turn to join our program. Let's see if you can use English to talk about housework. I want you to tell us what kind of housework we are doing. Are you ready? Okay, lovely is...
Sweeping the floor. David is...
dusting the furniture. Lovely is...
taking out the garbage. David is...
mopping the floor. Lovely is going to...
wash the clothes. What housework do you do?
What kind of housework do you hate to do?
All kinds of housework.
And now to the question, how often? When you answer this question, there are two ways to answer it. One way is when you know clearly how many times something happens. And the other way to answer the question is when you don't know clearly how many times, but you want to give some idea about the number of times something happens. Lovely? Do you want to explain that?
Okay, sure, David. 你知道，当有人问你 How often 你做什么什么事的时候，英文的话有两种方式来回答。一种是因为你知道详细的内容，你知道正确的答案，你可以有这种方式来回答。可是第二种方式呢，是你不知道正确的答案，或者是比较大纲一点的答案，也可以用这种方式来回答这个问题。所以呢，当人家问你 How often， 记得在英文上有两种方式来回答。Well, let's see our next conversation then.
And on this conversation, you will hear how we answer the question, how often, when we know the number of times something happens. Hey, I just got my teaching schedule, and I'm going to teach business English.
Really? How often?
Let me check. Just once a week. Are you teaching business English?
Let me check my schedule. Hey, I'm teaching business English 4 times a week.
Huh, you'll be busy.
Oh, I know. And I need time to plan for my trip back to the States.
How often do you take a trip back to the States?
Oh, twice a year. How about you? How often do you get back to England?
Oh, once every 3 years.
Wow! You don't get to see your family very often, do you?
No, I don't.
Now, let's take a closer look at some of the new words you heard in the conversation. Schedule, 时间表 schedule. Trip, 旅行 trip. Now, David is going to talk more about that question, how often?
Let's see how we answer the question, how often, when we know the number of times. If something happens one time, well, Actually, we don't say one time. We say once. And we don't say 2 times. We say twice. But we do say 3 times and 4 times and 5 times and so on. Now, if something happens once a week, once a month, then we use a. But if something happens not just in a week, but in 2 weeks, we don't use a, we use every. So we say once a week, but we say once every 2 weeks, or once every 3 months, or once every 4 years. Let us give you some examples of that. Right, lovely?
Good idea. I wash the clothes 3 times a week.
And I dust furniture twice a week.
I mop the floor once every 3 months.
Once every 3 months? That's terrible. And now it's your turn to join our program. Let's see if you can answer the question, how often? This is my schedule for Monday through Sunday for 2 weeks. And I'm going to ask you some questions. How often do I go shopping? Twice a week. How often do I take a trip? Once a week. How often do I go to a concert? Once every 2 weeks. And how often do I do housework? Right, 3 times a week. I hope you got that. And now let's look at the next conversation, which shows you another way to answer the question, how often? Lovely. Are you watching TV again?
Again? What do you mean again?
You watch TV every day.
No, I don't.
Well, how often do you watch TV?
Sometimes.
Oh, sometimes. Sometimes. You know, you just waste your time.
Oh, what about you? You waste your time too.
I never waste time.
How often do you read the comics?
I never read comics.
Then what's this?
Okay, I seldom read comics, okay?
Seldom. What are these?
All right. I read comics sometimes.
Sometimes? Then what's in this box?
Well, I often read comics, okay? Are you happy now?
See? You waste your time too. Now be quiet. Now I want to watch my TV. take a closer look at some of the new words. Waste time. 浪费时间 waste time. Comic. 漫画 comic. Now, David's going to explain more about the other way of answering the question, how often?
Right. Now, if you want to answer the question, how often, and you don't know clearly how many times, then you can use these words. Every day.
每天
Every day. Often.
常常
Often. Sometimes.
有时候
Sometimes. Seldom.
很少
Seldom. And never.
将不
Never. Well, I hope you understand how to use these words to answer the question, how often, another way.
And now it's your turn to join our program.
Now, are you ready to answer some questions?
How often do you go shopping? David?
Never. How often do you watch TV? Lovely?
Seldom. How often do you read the comics? David?
Sometimes. How often do you take a bus? Lovely?
Oh, every day. How often do you play basketball? David?
Often. How often do you waste time? Lovely?
Oh, never.
Are you sure?
Okay, seldom. Okay, sometimes. Now it's time for our story, A Change of Heart. But first, some new words. Give me a break. 拜托 Give me a break. No way. 不可能 No way. Mean. Mean 有两个意思，一个是自私或者是小气 Mean. Okay, let's watch our story. Look. It's another beautiful day. And what are we going to do? Will we go out? No, we won't. We never go out. So, what are we going to do? You'll just read the newspaper again, and I'll just do the housework again. And you never help.
Yes, I do. I help.
You do? What do you do?
I clean the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah.
How
sometimes?
Yeah, like once every 6 months.
Well, I wash dishes.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah.
How often?
Well, more often than I clean the bathroom. Huh.
Yeah, like twice every 6 months.
Well, I take out garbage.
Oh, how often?
Well, quite often.
Seldom.
Hey, I take out garbage maybe, 3 or 4 times a month. Huh.
Do you know how often I do the housework? Every day. I cook every day. I wash the clothes every day. I dust every day. And I sweep every day.
Well, housework is a woman's work.
Give me a break. And what's a man's work? Reading the newspaper?
Oh, hey, you forgot this.
How about if we change for one day?
You mean me do housework?
Yeah.
No way. Huh.
But if I can't do the housework one day, then it's your job, right?
No way.
Well, why can't you help out a little? You told me. Well, maybe one day you'll see what it's like to do the housework.
Well, that's all from our program today, but let's ask Lovely a question first. Lovely, how often do you do housework?
Oh, every day.
Oh, me too. What kind of housework do you like to do?
I love washing clothes.
Oh?
Yes. How about you?
I like cooking.
Oh, really?
Do you really like washing clothes?
Oh, yes. It's so easy.
Well, you're welcome to come to my house anytime and wash clothes.
No way, David.
Bye-bye.
Bye.